Hi guys, how are you? So I hope you can hear me okay. I'm in a much bigger area. So I went down to the beach today and yeah, I thought it'd be great. It's a lot more space out here. It's really sunny. It's a little cold though. I had to put my gloves back on. The wind coming off the ice is a little bit cold. You can see there's some ice huts out there. There's some brave souls that are still in their ice huts because the river the river's almost always open. So that's where I am with my folks on the river, and the river feeds in to this absolutely gorgeous lake. It's amazing. It's a very clean lake. This area is still the bald eagles and the loons actively breed on it, so it's a nice space. Right now we just have the crows, so they're cool too. But yeah, I pulled your cards. Oh, it's getting interesting. I'm gonna say too, the energies, just as an energy reader too, have been, challenging for me. Yesterday was a pretty good day. Today's heavier for whatever reason. Today is heavier, and it just sort of comes in waves of almost this anxious feeling of something kind of coming towards me, and I don't know what it is, and then it's gone. So it's just really about trying to stay grounded as well. And yeah, so let's get into the cards that we pulled. You actually got 2 cards from the Energy Oracle deck today. Interesting as always. You got the Yin and the Yang and Indecision. I thought that was pretty interesting, particularly with the Yin and the Yang. Even the description of what I've been feeling in energies. Like 1 minute there's this really strong energy. You can't even put your finger on it, and then it's gone. And it's almost as if energy is somehow, it's balancing. But by doing that balance, it's almost like this feeling of imbalance, It's like the scales of justice, and something is added on one side and it starts to tilt, but then something comes back and it's, level again. And the Yin and the Yang, the energy that is, very calm, and the energy that is, let's say, more active. There's definitely a balance going on here right now with the Yin and the Yang. And I think indecision is that too, but in a physical sense. Which way do you go? Yin or Yang? There's like 2 options here, is what I feel like is kind of coming through with the Energy Oracle cards. And both of them are pointing to the unknown. Both are pointing to the unknown. It doesn't really matter where you go right now. You're going to the unknown. We're all going there. I'm going there. You're going there. We're all going there. So it's okay. We're all going to the unknown together. But not quite. There's some stuff that has to get left behind, is what I'm getting in this one today. There's some stuff that's getting left behind. This one is a little bit more, this message today feels a little bit more heavy than the other 2 that I did. But I want to show you what actually came up on the bottom, though, of the Energy Oracle deck. You can pick it up with my gloves. The Angel of Love came out on the bottom of the Energy Oracle deck. So I think it's just a reminder. Don't forget about the other messages. That still pertains, but there's definitely a shift here. And this is kind of giving me an idea of the direction of, why things might be happening the way they are. This is pretty global. Like, it's huge. It's affecting everybody on a global level. And, my son said something really profound the other day. I thought that's so true, and it's so beautiful. Kids are amazing. I don't even know what we were talking about. I just remember what he said. And he said, well, Mom, you couldn't see the stars if it wasn't for the dark. God, you're right. Yeah, we know it. It's obvious, but I hope you can hear those crows. They're just having a good time over there. They're laughing at humanity. Yeah, and isn't it true? You can't see the stars without the dark. The stars are out now. They're out, but the only thing I can see are the clouds and the sun. It's not until it gets dark that you can see the stars. And what is the star in the tarot? It is the Aquarian symbol. We are in the age of Aquarius, right? it feels like we're like, I feel like almost like we're really moving into it more than anything. It's the dawn. It feels like we're moving into it. And it is all about humanitarian. It is about the balance, the cosmic balance. And the star is having that balance, the energetic balance, to actually manifest things that are really right for you. Good manifestations, because you can't manifest in bad energy. You only manifest what you're in. So when your energy shifts, which is, you know, this yin and this yang, it is like that. It's like the star energy moving us into that energy. So the card that we got from the Starseed Oracle deck is Earthed. Learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. Gosh, that's so cool. It really is. It's so interesting. And I'm looking at this, and look at this person looks so isolated, right? They look so isolated because, you know, that is part of this experience. It is a very isolating experience being here on Earth. They say we're all connected. Science has proved it in many different ways and on an energetic level. And, you know, we kind of lose that connection here because there is the isolation aspect of being human. Nobody totally knows our thoughts and feelings at any time. I'm going to read that for you in a minute, but first I want to show you the tarot cards that came out. The Queen of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. Again, this person sits in isolation, right? This person is sitting in isolation. There's this butterfly coming here like a reminder. Look where this butterfly is coming from. It's coming from the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords speaks and works on a very honest level of truth. She also cuts out of her life what's not serving her. She doesn't cut it out of her life because, you know, her ego is telling her, or to do it in a malicious way. She does it because she realizes that what's not serving her is also not serving the other person or people. And I really kind of feel like, you know, this balance, this yin and this yang, it's about this, something getting cut out. Perhaps there's a feeling of isolation, and you may not even identify what that is. I don't even think all of us know what it is. You might have an idea about some of it, but there's other aspects, I think, in our lives that we don't even understand. How they're putting us in this Five of Pentacles energy, feeling left out in the cold, feeling isolated. Sorry if it gets noisy. The Hydro Boys were down at the beach having their lunch break. They've been ever so wonderful, continuing to work. They're clearing all the branches that are overhanging the wires down here, which is actually really good because they don't do that. It's been about 5 years since they've done that. Just doing it now. But I think they're rolling out, so you might, their one truck is large. So it's okay. But yeah, I'm feeling like this is you, and it's the universe, this Queen of Swords. There's going to be stuff that I feel like you're going to be reflecting on. Truly learning what it means to be really human here. And I think there's going to be unexpected shifts and changes. This is also the energy that doesn't do much. This indecision. And I feel like this yin and yang, it's a little bit like the Temperance card too in the tarot. Energy being balanced, it's slow moving, but it's also divinely guided. It's for a higher purpose. It's for your higher purpose. It is your higher self. So let's read, actually, the sun is a little bit warm here. Let's read the message from this Starseed Oracle, Earthed. Earthed. Learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. The challenge for all souls having a human experience is to be in the world but not of it, to realize they are souls having a human experience and be fully conscious of it, to have their soul fully embody their body. People's personalities tend to relate to either transcendence or immanence. Those who lean toward transcendence have a longing for the heavens and the metaphysical. They yearn for a personal experience with God and to be lost in the heavens. They're envious of the angels and are more comfortable praying and hanging out in the stars than on earth. Those who tend toward immanence have attached themselves more to earth and their body. They spend more time thinking about things in this physical world rather than connecting with the heavens or their own mystical inner worlds. Being a fully embodied soul, having a human experience, means finding the balance between transcendence and immanence, being in the world but not of it. Most starseeds are drawn toward transcendence. They're more comfortable with the angels in the heavens. Life on earth can be more difficult for them. If this is you, you're being reminded that you choose to be a soul in a body on earth. You're being called to focus more of your energies in the physical world, to learn how to be human, a soul in a human body, fully present to what life on earth has to offer you. And here, the Starseed Soul Inquiry question, there's two. Do you tend to long for the stars or be more in the physical? How can you find greater balance between the two? That's a striking couple of paragraphs there, because a lot of the private readings I've done in the last few months, a lot of the messages have come through that you need to step away from your spiritual journey. You need to step back a bit from spiritual guidance too. You need to actively participate in your life. And I think maybe it can be hard for people when they live in really highly populated areas too. I've always been very fortunate. I've been coming up to this area since I was 2 years old. Since I was 2. My grandfather further down this lake and on a different area of the same lake. It actually was on my birthday, my second birthday, they got possession of a place. And so I've been very fortunate to be able to come up here so often since I was little. And I think I'm kind of lucky that I've been able to combine my spiritual experience with this earthly one, because this earthly one is amazing. It's such an amazing gift. Yeah, it's really incredible. And when you can come out to places like this, you can really feel it. It's hard to feel that in the suburbs. It's hard to feel that in a major city, because so much of what you're experiencing is man-made. You have to get away from that, which in itself is an important message. Now, the underlying card of the Starseed Oracle deck, this is interesting because I've been pulling cards for myself too. And this is the card I got last night from me. And this is the underline for everybody. Activated Earth. Power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. These ley lines are fascinating. These energetic lines, again, scientists have mapped them. And, you know, here Stonehenge is depicted. I believe too, like if you can look these up online, and there's these energy sources, places like Stonehenge, other older monuments like this, the pyramids that they've just, you know, recently found in Russia and Alaska that have been buried underneath snow, cliffs, just overgrown. They found pyramids like all over the planet. And they connect with these lines, these energetic lines. You know, I thought this was really interesting that it was the underlying, because I'm feeling like we're all being taken to places that we have no control over right now. People are trapped in different countries. They don't want to be there. They're trying to get home and they can't, but they're there right now. They're there. It's like they've been placed there by the universe. And a lot of people are at home. They can't leave. There's nowhere to go. Even if they do, there's a lot of isolation. It's almost like we're all being placed in these areas for some sort of energetic reason. I want to read that one to you too. Activated Earth. Ley lines are invisible pathways on the land along which energy travels. They can be sensed when we tune into them with our subtle senses, also known as spirit paths. They've been compared to the meridian system of the body used in Chinese medicine, and they link sacred sites, stone circles, burial mounds, and places of worship worldwide. In Australian Aboriginal culture, song lines were the paths traveled by the creator beings as they made the land and sea during the dreaming. These paths were recorded in the traditional songs and dances of the people, allowing them to access information about the land's history and to travel safely across great distances. Many believe that as we visit such sacred points on Earth, something is activated within us. Isn't that interesting? Some also believe that by connecting with the land with devotion at these sacred places, something is activated within the planet too. Are you being called to travel to a sacred place that your soul remembers? Or to tend the land you live on now? To honor and acknowledge the known and unknown keepers or nature spirits of that land? As you connect with the earth and honor its keepers, the land opens up more fully to you. The fruits provide more nourishment, and the guardians watch over you. In this Starseed activation card, honor and thank the keepers of the earth beneath me, known and unknown. Thank you for your nourishment and tender holding. That's pretty cool. No? I think that's a pretty neat message. Now, the last one, I gotta put my gloves back on. The wind, when it comes off the lake, is cold. It's just a big sheet of ice out there. So it's like air conditioning. Wow. Wow. Oh my gosh. I just looked at the first one that was under it. It is the Ace of Swords. There's that truth. There's that clarity. There's that eureka moment. Everything just being understood. And it's followed by the Ace of Wands. Passion, creativity, desire. The spark of life. 2 aces followed by the Chariot underneath. Movement. Cosmic egg. The Queen of Cups, taking a leap of faith, knowing that the universe has your back here. Love. Why? Remember the Angel of Love. Oh, look what's under her. Anxiety. There you go. Look she's almost trying to defend you from the anxiety. You don't need to have the anxiety. I know, trust me, I have a bit. We're all working on it. 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles is, about collaborating. What I really like about this one in particular in this deck is just this uplifting energy. This helping someone else. Lifting someone else. Knowing that when the time comes, someone will be there to lift you up. And then we have the Hierophant. I mean, it just keeps going. A deeper spiritual connection here. Oh my gosh. The Moon. Moving into the unknown. Removing the mask of who you've been. Seeing who you are. And then let's stop here at the 2 of Cups. That's my favorite card in the deck. The 2 of Cups. Balance, harmony between yourself and with another. And I'm going to have to stop. I want to keep going. I noticed yesterday it took me a lot longer to upload yesterday's because it was longer. It seems like the added minutes add quite a bit of upload time out here. I think it took about 2.5 hours to upload yesterday's. What was that, like 15 or 17 minutes? We're at 18.5 now. So there you go, guys. That's what I can give to you right now with where I am. My plan is, my mom's birthday is next Thursday, so I thought we'll stay up here until then. That's my plan. But having received this card for myself, I don't know how that's gonna go. I don't know. Trust where you're led. So that's my plan. I think part of it is, just expect your plans to change. And yeah, just see where it goes. Yeah. All right, guys, enjoy this view. Beautiful, huh? You should see it in the summer. You should see it in the fall. You should see it all the time. It's great. Yeah, I could just wake up and just stare out here. I could just stare and watch the weather all day. Like, that would be enough television for me, just to watch the weather changing over this body of water. It's beautiful. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Yeah, the crow said bye too, huh? Bye, guys.